54, support 47, 38, 28, 20, and 14. Upside resistance at 63, 70, 80, 92, and 46 even. All right, welcome some of the new folks that are here. We're trading mini S&Ps, looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we just gave out, in addition to any price action trades that might occur. Markets have been exceptionally slow lately, and the VIX is probably down to 12 handle, probably down in that range. So we'll see what happens, but it's very, very quiet and slow, and you have to be very, very patient here to be able to take advantage of any opportunities that might occur. You can see how narrow those ranges have been, especially overnight, and even during the day yesterday. For the most part, we were trading just a 10-point range. So very, very, very quiet here. And it's a couple of reasons. The time of the year, and things are just kind of trying to figure out. The market seems like it's just kind of hanging here, trying to figure out where it wants to go next. And that's what it's trying to do. So we'll see what happens.
So when you get a chance, can you repeat the levels?
Pivot is 54. Support 47, 38, 28, 20, 14. Resistance at 63, 70, 80, 92, and 46 even. All right. So again, like I said, we're in a very tight little range here. Kind of broke it off here a little bit yesterday, especially. For the most part, we're in a 10-point range. Very, very difficult. Try to sneak out any profits, but nonetheless, patience is important. And waiting for opportunities. Our upside resistance yesterday at 69, I think, kind of worked if you were very aggressive and took it, even though we dismissed it on the opening rotation. But the market wasn't really moving anywhere and kind of held. All right, again, kind of staying in this tight little range. We are scalping the market, looking for opportunities to take advantage of ebbs and flows. Unfortunately, for the time being, the lack of ebbs and flows has to leave us on the patient side and wait for the market to give us some opportunities to trade, looking for areas that might give us a little bit of rotation. We're looking for about 2 or 3 points right now in our trades, and that's what we would like. And right now, 2 points would be kind of nice if we can find them. But again, we will get busy again. So those of you who are thinking this is how it is, it's not. It will. Again, we might stay like this throughout the month. Especially now that we're coming to the end of November here, and December has been historically slow for the most part, especially the last 2 weeks, with people going on vacation and holiday season, and unless there's some news that can affect the market in a drastic way, for the most part, I think we're going to be here. And again, it could come from anywhere, the news. So you just never know. But the most important thing is to be a little bit patient and wait for opportunities. And I know our job is to trade, but sometimes we have to wait and be patient and wait for the market to give us that indication. saying all that, let's see if there's any news coming out. Consumer confidence. There's actually consumer confidence coming out this morning at 9 o'clock, and Richmond Fed manufacturing index as well. In addition to 3 Fed governors speaking at 9. There's 2 at 9 o'clock and 1 at 9:45. So we've talked about the effect of what these Fed governors could say, and how it can affect the market. So that is still that opportunity is still there. So again, I don't know which way it's going to affect the market, but we like to stay away from that. We're going to have some kind of position on when these guys are talking, as we're just drifting back and forth around our pivot here, going nowhere fast. The downside support is down at the 47 area. So in addition, there's 12 o'clock, there's a 7-year note auction, which again, lately has been given the market some opportunities. You get some volatility there. You have to just be a little bit, it's a two-way street there between trading those that you want the volatility, but then you just don't want to have any position. Then you never know when one of these numbers are going to affect the market one way or the other, and consequently, we have a position on right around that time could obviously move against you. And the way that's been trading lately, you don't want that to happen, and especially in a big way, right? So it's a double-edged sword there. So depending on how aggressive you want it to be, if you wanted to have any kind of position on when those Fed governors are talking, and then or when there's auction results, and then so that's at 12, and then at another Fed speak at 12, and then another Fed speak at 2:30. So Fed speakers out in force. Consumer confidence now is what we're going to look at 9 o'clock. And Richmond Fed, those are 2 fundamentals that'll be released here that maybe will give us some opportunities. Obviously, the Fed governors talking could create some volatility. You just never know. And so when you see you have to be aware that it's there, and make sure you keep your stops in place, because like I said, we just never know which way these markets are going to go. And if they're going to say something that's going to really create some volatility or not, or they're just going to talk for talking's sake. But but again, it's that time of the year, and so numbers yesterday came out, and the auctions came out, and the market really didn't react much to it. So even though I think new home sales was drastically lower than expected, a little rally in there in the bond market, but we kind of just did not do anything. So right here, right around our pivot, see how quiet it has been over the last few hours. And again, so welcome some of the new folks that are here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. If you look at the chat window, you'll see the levels there for you. Resilient consumers not only helped the American economy rebound with a vengeance, but they also shaped the winners and losers of the sprawling U.S. logistics industry. New data from Amazon reportedly shows the e-commerce behemoth set to take hold on the annual delivery crown for the first time, shipping a total of 4.8 billion packages in the United States before Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and predicting it will deliver another 5.9 billion packages, billion with a B, by the end of 2023. That's a lot of packages. People predicting it will deliver 5.9 billion packages by the end of 23, not another. Its closest rival, UPS, only handled around 3.4 billion parcels domestically for the first 9 months of the year, and it said its volume 2023 is unlikely to exceed last year's volume of 5.3. That's FedEx. Oh no, that's UPS, FedEx. Domestic parcels volume is even further behind. Both companies even include packages they hand off to the United States Postal Service for final delivery. So Amazon Amazon. I mean, they're unfortunately, I get packages at my house, front of my house every well, I want to say every day is not giving it enough credit. It's like every almost sometimes feels like every hour. The way my wife is going nuts. What a what a thing! Like every time. The funny part for me is that she's out and I'm home, and she goes, "Oh, could you get the front door? The packages just arrived. I guess she gets an somebody on her phone gets uh, what do you call it? An indication that the delivery was made. So she tells me to go get it out. It happens 2 or 3 times a day. That's why people are too lazy to go shopping, and they're slaves to convenience. I was out. I went to. I went to the store, and it was fairly empty. And I was walking through, and I'm like, God, this is so nice to be able to look at stuff on a shelf, see if you want to buy it or not. It wasn't even closed. And I'm like, God, we used to do this all the time. People just now it's just like sit in your home, flip through your phone, press a button, it's bought. It's amazing, and it's I don't know if it's convenience or it's just laziness or just you know. But it was nice to walk through a store and look at shelves and stuff, merchandise on shelves, and touch it before you buy it. And I was walking, and I was thinking to myself, this is like, you know, God knows when that's gonna even like disappear. I know you order something at 9 o'clock, is delivered by 1. I mean, that's amazing, and you could send it back by 2 if you didn't like it. You can have the whole transaction, and that's all from your home instead of going to the store, looking at it, and say, "Okay, I don't want it." It's just too much. All right, range bound. Try to Yeah, here in Chicago too. The malls are very lightly populated. But it's a shame because they, used to go to the malls and especially the holiday season. There's bustling, hustling, bustling. It's fun. And newer generation not even going to understand what that means. It's kind of sad actually because they're just so used to just picking up their phone and just buying stuff. So yeah, you should maybe, Mike, you should like think about that next time you want like a water heater or something. You should actually, sounds like you should actually be ordering that one online and have somebody come and do it for you. From what the story, from little one-liners you're telling me. All right, we're slowly dipping down here. We're looking at the 47 area here. See if we get anything here. And there's a number coming out here, Fed Peak, and there's a number coming out here, 9 o'clock. Just keep your stops in place. We don't want to get uh, too excited about anything. I think yesterday we put on a trade. You had to be very aggressive there to take our 69 level on the upside, even though the 70 was the high of the day, I think, and kind of worked out nicely. I kept adjusting because we just kept missing, and I never got in, never got back to the lower levels that we had. So it's just like, okay. And it just stayed in the range. And of course, now we dipped down to 49 and change here, and then pop back up. So just one of these days. It's a period of time that we will get opportunities. Just gotta be a little bit patient. Get us right back into that range. Unfortunately, we couldn't get down to 48, right? And at least top into the range. Something, a nibble, a little crumb, nothing. Just a little crumb would have been nice. All right, well, there's FedEx, and I mean, think about it. FedEx, uh, 5.3 billion, Amazon 5.9, and UPS through 4 billion. I mean, look at all those people buying a lot of stuff. I mean, not only that, the boxes. I got like boxes galore. You know, like throw them out. It's a terrible thing. It is a terrible thing. Then wait till they start like. I think they were talking about this a year ago, where they were talking about having drones deliver boxes, right? Consumer confidence coming out here at 9 o'clock. Maybe that'll give us something to something. Market's just not. Market's not doing anything. So we shall see. We have been in a dominating bar since Wednesday. I talked about this in the class yesterday. Tight little range here since Wednesday, like a 40-point range since Wednesday. And most of the time it's tight little ranges when we start, even overnight. Well, that's my hat's off to you. Do all that stuff in the basement and take care of all that stuff. Good job. Good job. That's a good idea. Never thought about that. We just put it in the recycling bin in our area. They have a recycling bin and I have a garbage bin. So we just have a recycling bin that we put all that stuff in. As we come back up here to our pivot, I would trying to give us a crumb down there. Couldn't even give us a little bit of a opportunity to even get our feet wet. Came close. Got right down there to 49 and change. 49.50, 25. Of course, I was in there at 48. Didn't get it. Now we have a number. Just kind of hanging out at our pivot. I mean, I don't. Just not doing anything. Very hard to try to even like assume that the market was going to do that, right? I mean, just sit there and think, oh, I should just buy it. Why? We need reasons. I mean, that's really the bottom line. We need reasons to trade. And I mean, did you think it was going to continue to go down? Did you think it was going to go back up? I don't know. Then you start thinking about market, what you think it should do. That's when you get yourself in trouble. So trying to keep you away from bad habits. And that's what we're trying to do. Uh, See, I'm trying to see if unemployment's going to be out on Friday or not, because it is the first. Sometimes they don't. Okay. All right, we're stuck in a little bit of a range. We have a number coming out here at uh, 6 minutes. Okay, so according to this, I think that the unemployment number is going to be released next week on the 6th, because today is when? Oh, well, the 30th is Friday. Why didn't somebody just tell me that? 30th is Friday. I thought the first was Friday. Like, what? How could that be the 6th? All right, coming back down here. Remember, we have a number. What am I? Why am I even talking? I say stupid things when I start talking. Look at that. I'm thinking unemployment was Friday. Nobody corrected me. 30th is Friday. All right, number 4 minutes or so. All right, again, number in about 3 minutes. So again, we're right on this 47 level. So it's one of the things you have to determine whether you want to even like try it, considering it's so close to the number. It's just we had that yesterday, I think. Just so be mindful and careful at the same time.